Yeah, so they give him that hassle, and that's the first time like things are getting physical. By the way, through this entire thing, he is online chatting, like cam chatting and whatever with this Monica.
Yeah.
And that is the true cyber seduction.
Yeah, yes.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, that's probably it.
That is, if there is a through line to this movie, that's what it is. It's his relationship with her, and like you don't really see her part of it. It's just him being like, "Hey, what are you doing right now?"
And here's the thing that doesn't...
I think your last photo looked really, really sexy. Oh,
I just love
I've been looking at pornography for months, but I don't know how to masturbate yet.
That's really weird because you're an 80-year-old man. Or is this Benjamin Button? I'm going through puberty at 75. It's weird. I guess I'll sleep with this Russian woman on a boat. It's kind of sexy in a turn of the century way.
But the thing that just like blew my mind about this is like, it's not like she is some chick in the Ukraine or whatever.
No. Yeah,
they live in the same fucking town. Just go fucking fool around.
Exactly. She's into you. Clearly. She's into you personally. It's not like you have to like cyber seduce this woman. Just go ask for a goddamn number.
Well, they meet up at Friendly's, right?
Dude,
if
I
this
don't
is
know what
not
this
Friendly's,
is.
they shot it at Friendly's.
It kind of looks like it's supposed to be a shittier, more rundown version of the Bronze from Buffy.
Yes.
It's just a disgusting place that looks like a bar, but younger kids are hanging out at it.
Oh, it's like, they got soda jerks there.
Well, it's weird because, I mean, this kid walks, she's like drinks. She does like a hand thing like drinks. And he goes to a bar, and it's a bar with liquor bottles on the back shelf. And he's like, 2 sodas, please. And this like big biker bartender is just like, you got it. Not
yes,
like,
sir.
Not like a, didn't you mean 2 beers? It's like, sodas, no problem. Here you go.
Well, I think that guy lost his liquor license so many times. He's like, you know what? We're a soda factory.
Lou, give me a milk. Chocolate.
So, and like, this is a moment where he sits down with her and she like kind of flirts with, she's just totally flirting with him. And like,
this is the 11th hour. Like, it's go time right now. Like, she's like, we're finally meeting in person. IRL, by the way.
IRL.
Oh, yeah, IRL. Yeah.
She's like, you want, look, she's like, hey, you want to go back to my house? And he's
my
like,
parents aren't home.
oh, I can't because, I'm grounded.
I told my mom I'd be home by 9. I'm supposed to be studying.
And she's like, are you sure? Because
Why does
intercourse.
pornography make me talk this way? Pornography killed my vocal cords.
All the blood is in my crotch.
Oh man, it's like those anti-cigarette ads. It's like that guy with the voice box.
I'm 23 years old.
Turns out, doesn't make you blind. Makes you can't talk.
I don't have hairy palms. My throat's closing.
So she's like, oh, okay, that's a bummer, but we should totally do this some other time. And he's like, yeah, all right. Yeah.
It's an annoying thing where he limps out of the bar. She's like, wow, what a weird affliction.
I wish he would just like masturbate. Like that would get rid of most of those problems.
They do a thing that I don't like when movies do, because normal people don't do this, is he just immediately stands up like without even touching that soda.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're taking a fucking sip of that soda. You don't have to finish it, but I know you're taking a sip of that soda.
Paid like at least $3 probably for that soda.
But it's also one of those hilarious like movie/TV interactions where it's like, hey, meet here. And the meeting takes place under 4 minutes. And it's like,
yeah.
Like, because it couldn't have been longer. It's not movie time. You know what I mean? Like, they only said these things to each other. Doing all the way across town for 4 minutes?
This reminded me, by the way, have you guys, and you may have, because you guys watch your fair share of shit MTV reality shows.
Certainly do.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever seen the True Life I'm Addicted to Pornography?
Oh, yeah, it's a great one.
Wow, that's funny.
I don't think so.
I mean, I've seen it through the new Beavis and Butthead where they watched it.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
But
then
it's just,
that's what I did too.
It's this kid just like not a kid, he's like a guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's a dude who should not be living at home. And he's like sitting on the couch just looking at pornography. And his grandparents are just like right there. And everybody knows that he's addicted to porn. And it's just like, this is an actual old person.
Wow.
Like,
Yep, he's just looking at it.
He doesn't stop looking at it.
Calls himself Swimmer.
It's fucking creepy.
That's the future of this kid. Potentially.
This is where he's going.
This,
if he doesn't find the Lord.
This is where you guys have a point that you might just be watching, because apparently this guy on MTV is not
doing it either. Yeah.
In front of his grandparents.
Yeah.
He just needs it in his face all the time. And the funny thing is, at this point, Mom gets a good idea. She's like, you know what? Let's put the computer in the fucking family room. That's where it's going.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody. The computer's in the family room.
And you know what, though? It's a little bit of a too little, too late situation, because if he's already looking at it in the swimming competition room, it's not a court. I don't know what, at the pool.
Yeah,
if he's looking at it at the pool. He's fine with looking at it in the living room.
Yes.
Right. But now he's like going to the public library to do it instead.
He goes to that's the final straw.
He goes first to this weird hardware store.
Oh my God. Yeah. I think that's supposed to be like one of those creepy internet cafes.
It's gross. He definitely goes to the wrong side of town. There's a wrong side of town montage.
There absolutely is. It's like you hear a train pass by signifying tracks, and it's a lot of sirens.
This is actually kind of how his father would have bought pornography
back in the day.
Like how a normal person buys it.
You got to go to one of those liquor stores that'll also cash a check for you.
Yeah.
Can I give everyone a tip for any gentle listener coming to the New York City area?
Yeah.
If you ever let's say you're in the Times Square area and you're like, hey man, we want to get a quick dinner. We don't want McDonald's. Oh, cool. There is a deli here. And it's got sandwiches and it's got pizza and it's got hot plates of other stuff, which tons and tons of businesses do.
Yeah.
Never, ever go to the seating area of that deli.
Not for a second. Not even if your kid needs to sit down, if they're taking too long to make the food.
What's happening?
It's usually upstairs. This happened to me once. I went upstairs. And I've sat at these things a couple times. You're either getting one of two things. A bunch of marginally homeless people drinking lots of tall boys because you're allowed to weirdly drink in them.
Yes.
Yeah.
And being loud and uncomfortable. Or this time, a bunch of weird dudes trading pornography in the open.
Dude,
Really?
you encountered that?
Yeah, I was trying to eat a sandwich. I had a tray and like a sandwich and chips.
What? Take that trash to 8th Avenue, buddy. It's right there.
But like they were just like trading DVDs, like 4 or 6 guys, all just kind of
4 or 6 guys.
They were taking up the corner of this establishment.
Oh my God! Was this on top of also simultaneous marginally homeless people?
Oh yeah, they were definitely not.
What a packed deli!
These guys are probably dangerous because they probably can't afford the internet. Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, exactly. In this hardware store, he makes this is kind of like the crux of the end of the movie.
Yes.
He makes plans to go out with Monica to meet her at her house finally. And she's totally into it. So I think even at this point,
very easy scheduled appointment is made.
And I believe he is A, super grounded because of all the shit that's been going on, and B, he's already broken up with his girlfriend because she's caught all the stuff on the PDA. So he's like,
she flips out. She finds all that nasty stuff.
Calls him out right in front of the entire swim team.
Oh
by
man,
the
that
way.
sucks.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it is. And he does the old, he looks at it and is just like, I don't know how this got there. And she's like, fucking really? Look at me.
It's either you, my mom, or my dog, and I'm thinking you mouth gaped ass face.
But what's amazing is she is so like disgusted and upset about this that she's acting. She's like, you allowed this into my life, like all this stuff, like he fucking messed with a Ouija board and got a poltergeist to haunt her house,
dude. It fucking follows. All right. That's what she's dealing with.
Is this before or after he gets caught looking at pornography in the school library?
This is almost contemporaneous. I think it happens right after.
This kid's having a bad day. It's all this house of cards that you built on sand is falling down.
Because the fucking computer's in the family room now. It's all over.
Oh, man. So
mom did her master stroke.
Yeah, so he's got to pretend that he's studying or writing a history paper. It was one of these things where I was like, man, high school kids have a lot of work to do. Because it was always like, I'm studying for this science test. We got to run math drills. I got to write this history paper. I was like, Jesus Christ.
When are you playing Mario Kart?
When do you have time to look at all this pornography? Yeah, but when are you playing Mario Kart? That's the real question. You got to squeeze in a couple hours of that a week.
How many Dorito bags you getting through? What, 0?
You're telling me you're not watching any cheesy movies this whole time?
This is why he's in great shape.
So he meets up Monica, right, at her house.
Yes.
And she's like, hey, man, you want something to drink? And he's like, wow, you got a really nice house. She's like, why? Do you think I lived in some hillbilly shack? And he's like, kinda.
Yeah, well, you kind of try to make money on the internet or whatever.
Yeah.
And then she's just like, I was just fucking with you.
And then she's immediately like, get on the bed, let's ball.
She takes, you know what it is? She takes him.
What? You want a ball with me?
I gotta go. I'm so tired.
Well, the funny thing is, speaking of old people, she brings him into this bedroom.
Yes.
And there's noticeably pictures of old people all over it. It's clearly her grandparents.
Yeah.
And he's like, maybe we should go to your room. And she's like, no, this is where this needs to happen.
Yeah, well, I got the camera setup is all right
Yeah,
here. So this
I
is you
see.
Notice from the cam videos it's the same bed.
Oh, I didn't even
Continuity is kept.
So
okay.
she was planning on leaking the footage then.
Mm-hmm.
It's entirely possible it was going to be live streamed like American Pie. Which, that fucking technology worked that well in 1997
Look at all
movie. Okay.
Sexy hijinks.
Yeah.
American Pie. I don't know. Those movies might be stay tuned.
Oh, yeah.
I think the whole goddamn rotten lot of them.
Terrible.
Yeah.
But they start making out, and he's like, yeah, okay. And then she's like, she goes for his pants. He's like, oh, let's go a little slower. And she's like, we've got all day, and starts taking her shirt off. And he's like, this isn't what I thought it was.
They're moving fast.
I didn't know you were gonna touch me.
Try buying a guy an egg cream first. Maybe a malted.
You got the History Channel on this?
You got I gotta go. My program's starting.
I thought we'd at least go on the porch and play some canasta.
Let's look at birds. I think I saw a red-chested robin.
So she gets offended that he's not ready to go.
Well, here's my thing. What is the movie telling me? Not what's actually happening. What is the movie telling me? 'Cause I'm not